Welcome to the Disneyland Forever podcast, your source for all things from the happiest place on earth. For more updates, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Disneyland Forever, and you can check out our website, DisneylandForever.com. Hey everyone.
Hello.
It's Jordan.
And Daniel.
And we have not been traveling this past week. Feels like it's been a while since that's happened.
We went up north.
I know, but that was since last week.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the night we were recorded, that was our last night, and we came back home the next day.
That is true.
So that doesn't really count as having traveled this past week.
And it was only like 90 miles away.
Yeah, wasn't that bad. Weather here in Utah has been fine, except for sometimes there's like 30-second hurricanes.
Without any precipitation.
No precipitation, just the wind.
Just really bad wind.
You know, just breaks enough to like break trees and put trash in your yard. Like a lot of trash. Like tons of trash. Sometimes tree parts. So that's fun, you know, as you do.
It was pleasant earlier and now it's windy again.
Yeah, I don't understand. Today was a little bit chillier, but it wasn't too bad. It's going to warm back up. I guess we have to get used to it. We are going to be in Disneyland starting on Sunday.
Yes.
Going with some friends. We're very excited. Also going to be there for Pride Night. So yay. If any of you are going to be around on the first night of Pride Night, so the 16th, look for us. We'll be there. Say hi. As we always say hi to us if you see us in the parks. Please do.
We may be walking less than our normal, like 32 miles an hour.
I don't know. Because
we'll be with friends. Yeah, that's true. But it'll be like 28 miles an hour. So you can stop us.
Yeah, it should be fun. I'm very excited. As we've mentioned before, we really do enjoy Pride Night. So.
Yeah, we're usually less purposefully trying to get anywhere too with Pride Night because we just want to see Clarabelle and the cavalcade and the fireworks.
If they have that same show that they had the last couple of years that we've never seen, I really would like to stick around and see that one.
What's that one?
It's over by Small World. That's all I remember. I don't remember the title.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But we didn't go and see it the last couple of years. But I'd like to see it this time if we could because I've heard good things.
All good things. All good things.
So yeah, but there's still plenty of stuff hanging on the horizon. If it feels like there's a lot of travel that we have going on lately, yes, but for reasons, it will slow down in July.
Yes.
For reasons. But in the meantime, we're very excited for what's coming up. And what we are going to be talking about today is we want to talk about classic Disneyland rides that we miss. Rides that I guess we do understand change is inevitable. We're fine with change. I know. Well, we'll get to that. Anyway, so with all that, there's still things that we do, like sit back and think, oh, if only that were back.
Yeah.
If only that was still there and never removed in the first place. That would be nice.
It would be nice. But we understand that, things change.
So that's what we're going to be talking about. We do have a new review.
We do, from Brookie C. 1999. They said, fave podcast forever.
Yay!
A play on words of our name.
Oh, is it?
It is, because it was 4-EVER.
I didn't even notice
Which is kind of how our... did you not?
You're so good at noticing
I am
these
very
things.
good.
Good for you.
I know. I have loved listening. I have loved listening to these guys for about a year now. They offer great advice and are super fun to listen to. Whenever my husband asks who I'm listening to, I always tell him it's my Disneyland besties, and he knows who I'm talking about. I love the length of the podcast because I'm able to listen to the whole thing in a day rather than a couple of days like most podcasts due to my toddler's interruptions. They are very inclusive for people going to Disney with kids, partners, or friends. I love Jordan and Daniel. Thanks for putting in the time to put on this show. You're great.
I love the number.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you so much. I love the number of people who will put down like, "Oh, I'm listening to the boys," or my besties, or something that like. That's funny. I love it.
We are the boys. We are Statler and Waldorf as well, and
you have really latched onto that lately, haven't you?
I think of myself as that all the time.
I know you have been that for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like longer than you guys even know.
Yep.
And you know it's
true. I've always been old and cranky.
I'm glad that you guys enjoyed listening to it. I think thank you guys so much for leaving these things. We really do appreciate it. And you've been less stressed with having more reviews to read.
Yes.
Are you still doing okay?
I'm always stressed, but I'm slightly less so. Yes, I'm fine.
I guess I need to be more specific, don't I?
You do.
So if you guys haven't done so already, please leave us a 5-star rating on Apple, Spotify, or Audible. And you also please leave us a 5-star review like that one on Apple. And we love reading them, and we appreciate it.
Steal Apple devices Write
Make sure that we keep having ones to read.
down reviews and then maybe give it back.
We also do appreciate those of you who have been like recommending us or having friends of yours listen to ours, because it's a great way to get people to know about us, because maybe they need to hear this stuff and they don't know.
And another reminder, because we haven't said it in a long time, if you are listening to us from some far off land,
Oh yes,
look on the reviews for your far off land, and even if it wasn't yours, screenshot it, send it to us through Instagram.
because we do like reading those.
Yeah.
We can't see them. The funny thing is, we have tried this. We didn't try while we were in Canada.
No,
but
we should have, yeah.
When we have been in other countries, we'll open up Dan will open up his Apple Podcasts, and we won't see any of the reviews that we've seen before. We see ones from that country. So you can only see the reviews from the country you're currently in. So yeah, if you are international and you see reviews that we haven't read, screenshot and send them to us on Instagram, because we can't see them.
They are country specific.
Yeah. Or if you've left it and you know that we haven't ever read yours. That's why.
What about when we go to Puerto Rico? Isn't that a different country?
No, it's not.
It's not. It's part of the U.S.
Anyway, so, what else was I going to say about it? Oh, no, I think I already got that. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Is sorry, my brain is going too fast for me. Today I was talking with a friend of mine, because I was just saying how people... we enjoy when people come to us for Disneyland information. There was a friend of mine I was talking to today that he's like, I'm sorry that I'm like just treating you like you're just my source of all Disneyland information. I'm sorry about it. I'm like, just to let you know, I actually get a little bit frustrated if I talk to someone I know and they say that they talked to someone else about a Disney related question, because I'm just like
offended.
I'm like, what did I do to you?
Yeah.
why are you not just texting me? I'm fine with it. You can call me while you're in the park and ask a question, and I will tell you how many steps to the nearest trash can.
Yeah,
great.
pretty much.
Anyway, so we really do appreciate those of you who have shared us with other people as well, so they can
And
hear
remember,
about us.
this is not a money-making thing for us. We make like 4 cents from doing this.
When we do say like these are ways to help support us, I hope you also know like basically all that covers is
the
like,
cost of doing the podcast.
Yeah, that's basically about it.
Or like publishing it on Podbean.
Yeah, I get like a couple of payouts a year from anything, so it's really not like we're rolling in the dough.
We do this because we like it.
Yep.
And to help humanity discover the Disney.
Yes, that's a really odd
the
way to put
land,
that.
the land of the Disneys.
Okie dokie. Let's get into news. Nothing like super major has come up. I guess we may as well start with this because it's probably the biggest thing. It's not news, except for the fact that now it's happened. It's now official that the park hopping restrictions have been lifted at Disneyland. So let's just quickly review, for those of you who do not remember, what this now means and how it now works. If you do not have park hopper tickets of any kind, none of this applies to you at all. You still have to get a park reservation, and that is for the park you're going to visit that day, and it has to be the park that you selected. If you have a park hopper ticket of any variety, basically you still need a park reservation, but it no longer matters what park it is. Just go into whatever park you want, because as long as you have a park hopper, that's all they care about.
So if your reservation's at DCA, you can start at Disneyland.
Yes.
Okay.
When you think about it, it doesn't really make any difference, because you could have just gone in California Adventure, like you said,
then
immediately
walk
turn
right
around
back.
and go over.
Yeah. Maybe they thought that through, and that's why that is. But yeah.
My guess is that it's still like technically there is a certain number of guests that a certain number of reservations for Disneyland and a certain number of reservations for California Adventure, and so they're saying, well, after we get them all given out, that's the number of people that can come in, period. But they're still doing it park specific for those that are doing one park per day.
Yeah, this is still going to cause problems on Christmas Day, on July 17th, especially.
It still would have caused the problems after 11 a.m.
That's true.
That's the thing.
That is true.
You're right. Like it. I hear where you're coming from, but it's just a matter of they still would have done it after 11 a.m. anyway.
Yeah. But then they could have been like, well, your reservation was for DCA. Just go back there and we'll accommodate you there. But I guess now they'll just still say the same thing. Like, you have to wait to get into Disneyland.
But they still would have done it anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Because even if you had left California, even before this, if it was... I mean, because after 11 a.m., it's basically the same
free
thing.
For all.
It's already the way it's been happening. It's just now they're saying that we're not going to restrict it before 11 a.m. I was about to give a whole scenario, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, even if you had a reservation for DCA, but you had a park hopper, so you left DCA to go over to Disneyland, and they said it's at capacity, you can't come in, there is always the chance that you could turn around and go to DCA and they'd say this is also at capacity, you can't come in.
Yeah.
Although it's not.
Probably not.
Actually, no, that's not going to happen. If one park's at capacity, the other one's going to be able to let you in. So I guess that's probably the reason why, is because they're saying, well, maybe you wanted to go over, like, it just doesn't matter. If you had a park hopper, you were going to go to both parks anyway.
Yeah.
So
True.
it still is like,
We'll see what happens with it.
I'm sure there's going to be some changes and some adjustments they'll make over time, but that's how it is now. Okay, next thing, I'm just going to mention this really briefly because it's kind of pointless. They have released all the treats that they're going to be selling for the America 250 celebration.
They're all just red, white, and blue mostly.
It's just red, white, and blue stuff. It's the same stuff they normally have, except it's red, white, and blue, or it's apple pie. And I'm not really, I'm not exaggerating.
As American as apple pie.
And that is the only reason why it has apple pie. Like they have apple pie churro and an apple pie dipping sauce at one of the churro carts. And then the rest of the stuff is just the normal everyday stuff you see, but it's red, white, and blue.
An apple pie corn dog.
No.
An apple pie beef brisket. An apple pie jungle
Where did you
julep.
ever get beef brisket?
The what's it called? The Hungry Bear. Maybe?
Do they? Oh, I think they do. No.
I'm just thinking of random things.
Oh, really? Is that where you were going with that?
Apple pie Coca-Cola.
I hadn't even thought about it.
Apple pie.
You say that, but that actually kind of sounds good.
Maybe.
Anyway.
Not the chunks.
So, yeah, that's the only thing. Okay, over in New Orleans Square, you might remember, or maybe you don't, that back in 2022, a small fire broke out at one of the buildings on the opposite side of the tracks at the New Orleans Square Disneyland Railroad Station. And that building was then put behind scrim for years, and Disney never really did anything with it until they finally just tore the building down. They have now had a building permit approved by the city, and it looks like what they are doing is they're just rebuilding it. So eventually there's going to be scrim back up over there, and they're going to rebuild this building. Apparently, it had actually been used as like a cast member break area as well. So it's kind of historically significant because it's been there for so long. So historically significant to Disneyland. But they are going to be rebuilding it.
It was actually built in 1772.
No.
Oh.
No, it was not. Nothing was in California then.
There was a cactus and a sagebrush and a bear.
Do you know if sagebrush or cacti grow in that part of California?
I don't.
Well, then how do you know that there was that?
I was probably there.
Yeah, you probably were. Okay, over in Tomorrowland, obviously there's been a lot of scrim up and construction walls over the buildings in Tomorrowland. One of the things that people have been noticing is they've been getting ready to reopen Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters because it's been in refurbishment for a while. They brought down the scrim. They repainted the exterior. It's no longer like tan and green. It's white and red. They specifically pointed out the fact that it looks like 1967 Tomorrowland colors. I'm like, I'm okay with that. I like those colors.
Did they do anything to the ride, or is it just
Not that we know of.
maybe fix some of the broken?
That would be
machines?
nice.
Yeah.
It hasn't really been closed like long enough to feel like they're going to make any changes to it. I'm going to be even happy if they've repainted the cars. They're in such bad shape.
I'd be happy if they do it so that when you pull the you fire the thing, it actually either makes noise or both makes noise and lights up, so you know what you're hitting.
You've set your expectations too high.
I know.
And then also, I believe it's on that side of Tomorrowland as well, because it's over Little Green Store Command. There was a mural there that had a bunch of Space Mountains on it. They just called it like the Space Mountain mural. It's been covered up, and from what I can see, it's not clear if what they've covered it up with is supposed to be permanent or temporary or what. But it's just like these semi-reflective black panels.
Oh, okay.
On it, and no one's really sure what it means. Some people are freaking out that this is going to be the permanent fix. We don't know that yet. They haven't said anything. No one can tell by looking at it if it's supposed to be permanent or not. So who knows? But it has been covered up, and my guess is that they're going to be doing something to the mural. And honestly, I'm okay with it because those murals, ever since they covered up the Mary Blair murals that were there since 1967 until the mid-90s, there's nothing that's really been like, this is so iconic, they can't get rid of it. It's been like, you can change the murals, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm really fine. Like, oh no, it's different. Okay. And remember, I love Tomorrowland, and those ones I'm like, I'm not married to him. You're fine.
Remember when we watched Lightyear again the other day?
let's not get into
Rumor
that.
that they're going to change Space Mountain to Lightyear. No,
Stupid
they're not.
rumor mill. That's it. That's all for news. So nothing super major right now. Basically, at this point, we're just waiting for like the opening of Soarin' Across America. It's been going in Florida for a while, but it's not opening at Disneyland for another couple of weeks.
And we also need the food guide for the Halloweens.
That one's not going to come until like the night before night before Halloween time starts.
Let's be honest, that's probably true.
I mean, I've given up on waiting for those. They're not going to come anytime soon. Oh, don't forget though. Here's a gentle reminder that the 16th, 17th, and 18th are the first days to buy your Oogie Boogie Bash tickets. 16th would be for Inspire Magic Key holders and D23 members for that one night. 17th is for all other Magic Key holders, and 18th is for the general public. So mark your calendars if you haven't yet.
Yep.
Just saying. Okay, so now getting into classic rides that we miss. So the esoteric thing I was starting to get into in my mind is we are the biggest proponents of the fact that things do need to change sometimes. And if they're going to say that things are going to change, then we're just going to be like, okay, that's the way that it is. Like you may know that over in Walt Disney World, there's a big to-do about the fact that they are completely redoing the Carousel of Progress, which is a favorite of ours. And we found out that we have already ridden it as is for the last time.
Evidently.
And it's a little bit sad. We would have liked to have ridden it one more time.
But we like the nostalgia. That's the main thing. But yes, it's very strange how it's... What was it? 1900s,
It goes from the turn of the 20th century, the 20s, the 40s, and then
the 90s / sort of updated.
Trying to make it seem like it's the 2000s, but it's the 90s.
It was a weird thing.
Anyway, so they're completely redoing it.
We love making fun of it.
So they're completely redoing it, and there's a lot of people that are very upset about that. And I'm not. I mean, I'm a little bit saddened, but I'm like, I get it. And so that's just an example of the fact, like, we are very big proponents of change. We're fine with it. And even though there are things that even sometimes change that we don't feel are for the better, we're still like, but change is inevitable. You just have to go through with it. Again, Walt always said that his favorite thing about Disneyland is he could constantly change it.
Yep.
And if you're going to sit there and say things have to stay the same, no. Walt changed the park so many times in his lifetime, and he only saw the first 11 years of the park's operation.
Yeah.
And he changed so many things.
There's literally nothing now that's the exact same. Not nothing, like not one thing's been changed since 1955.
Yeah.
So,
but that said, that doesn't mean that there's not things that we miss. And if there had been a way to keep them, we would have loved for that to have happened.
Alternate universe where you can do both what's now there in the location and what we miss. But alas, some of those things are not possible.
So I'm sure that many of you are going to be familiar with these things that we're talking about. And there are probably going to be some of them you're like, what are you even talking about? But this is for us. These are we picked each of our top 4. And this one's not like a revealing it to each other. We do know. But these are each of our top 4 attractions that we wish were still around. And these are in both parks. So if you know us at all, there's at least one ride that should be in your mind that will be coming up.
We know that one.
There should be something already.
They are slightly opinionated about this one.
Yep. Why don't you start? Let's start with number 4.
So my number 4 is the People Mover. I only vaguely remember it, and most of my nostalgia and like happiness that comes from the People Mover is from Walt Disney World. But it was such a cool concept, and just like it still is in Disney World, a fun little relaxing ride, and just it's nothing thrilling, it's nothing amazing, but I miss that they don't have it, and evidently there's no possibility of doing it without like a huge amount of renovations and like updates because it's not to code. So yeah, it's a little sad, and the track's still there. It's a little confusing when you go on the monorail and you're like, oh, there's this track here, and it looks terrible.
I was going to say, like, why don't you let people know who may not be super familiar with the way Tomorrowland is laid out? Why would you look at it and go like, oh, People Mover?
Well, it's above you a lot of the time, like that the area that people like just stand in the way between Star Tours and Buzz Lightyear, just like standing randomly. blocking all traffic. You know what I'm talking
That's
about.
the people mover is on the ground.
It's above you.
The people don't move. Is that your problem?
Yeah, people don't move her. And then, if you go on the monorail, you'll notice a lot of it because it's just a track that is above the Autopia. It's all over around that area. It goes into multiple parts of buildings. If you've been to the Disney World one, it's a similar
It goes
concept.
into all the buildings.
Yeah. So I still don't believe. I think there's a way they could do it that would be up to code.
Without tearing it down. Have you seen those things?
I know.
From what I understand, like there's not one thing about the track
It's not
that's
salvageable.
code.
Yeah.
And so they would have to basically, and because they haven't been taking care of it,
Right.
then it's also
way disrepair.
It's out. It's completely fallen into disrepair. So they'd have to just tear it all down and rebuild it anyway, and they're not interested in doing that.
Speaking of number 4, and speaking of this ride, there's a reason why it fell into disrepair.
Yeah.
So
Let me preface this. So the reason the People Mover is not on my list is because I never did go on it at Disneyland. I do know that I was at Disneyland when it existed, but at the time I was so terrified of heights. I remember looking at it and thinking, no. I will not get on that ride because it is high. And if you've been to Disneyland and you know how high it is, you know that's not high. But at the time, I was terrified. So I would never have gotten on the People Mover. So I never did go on it. But I did go on what replaced it.
which, just so you know, it's the same height.
I was
When it
much
the
older
rocket
then.
rods. Okay.
I was much older. So the rocket rods, that's what replaced the People Mover. That's the reason why it's kind of fallen into disrepair.
It way abused it, and it wasn't meant for that.
Basically, the rocket rods was supposed to be like Disneyland's answer to the test track at Epcot. But then when they built it, they couldn't get the money from sponsors to bank the curves. And so it would
just slow down.
The speeding up and slowing down affected the engines of the ride so much that they were constantly breaking down. And so they felt that the downtime on that ride wasn't worth it. Even
And
though
it hurt the track.
And it was hurting the track because, again, they couldn't bank the curves. They were taking them as fast as they could, but even then it was hurting the track.
Strain.
And even though it was extremely popular, they just felt it wasn't worth it. So they did close it down in like 2002, I think is when they made the formal announcement it was not coming back.
It was only around for like a year, right?
About 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
It lasted 2.5 years, and they closed it saying it would reopen. And then it was like in 2002, they announced, oh, never mind, we're not.
Yeah. I don't think I ever got to ride on it.
I got to ride it once because the line was like 3 hours long. And I mean, it was fun, but the People Mover was like a 15-minute ride. The Rocket Rods was 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because it was so much faster. I know it was a fun ride. And that's why part of me is like, oh, how cool it would have been to still have something like that around. And I understand why it closed, and I understand the problems. And yes, I understand it's actually the reason there's no more People Mover. But I still enjoy when it comes up on like Instagram or sometimes just looking it up on YouTube of video ride-throughs of it because I'm like, oh, the Tomorrowland of 1998, which was so awful.
The color
And
scheme.
It was so terrible.
So bad.
But it was just a fun ride. And it brings me back nostalgia because I remember being so excited to ride it and enjoying it, like truly enjoying it. It was a lot of fun.
You overcame one of your fears.
I wasn't scared of it. I said when I was a little kid. I'm talking like when I was like 4 versus when I was 12.
Okay.
What?
I get it. My number 3, I can never remember the name of it.
It says bogey thingy.
Boogie thingy.
It says bogey.
Yeah, no.
Where is there a second O? There is no second O.
It's kind of
That's not a second O.
It's hidden in there.
It says actually, and I'm even being nice because it says boyo.
It's tucked away in there somewhere. The Mrs.
I want to hear this.
Beetlejuice boogie.
You're not even close to right.
The bumper car things.
Tuck and rolls, drive 'em buggies.
That's it. I was close.
No, Francis's Ladybug Boogie was a very different thing.
What was that one?
That was the one in like the figure 8.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that one's boring. That's fine.
I know that's not the one you're talking about.
I've always loved bumper cars. I think it's so dumb, but I love just going around and trying to like hit into people.
For those of you who don't remember, this was in a Bugs Land in
Yeah.
California Adventure.
Bugs Land didn't have like the most amazing sentimental value to me, but it was so cute and it's good for kids.
Yes, I still think it was one of the best designed places in the whole park.
Especially for such a small area. And it actually had shade. Imagine that. Imagine that now that the replacement is Avengers Campus where they don't have one plant.
They have one.
I don't even know if it's a real plant.
It's real.
It's probably made of cement, like
have
everything
one.
else.
The reason, though, it's the same reason why they don't have any trees at the hub in the Magic Kingdom, because they have shows that they don't want to block everyone's view of.
Yeah, but it's just so hot.
I'm
open.
not arguing with you on
Yeah.
that one. I'm just saying that's the reason why.
But I just love bumper cars. I think they're fun and stupid, and I like running into people. And yeah, it was very slow and very.
We did ride them
but
every single time we were in Disneyland when they were there.
the lines weren't super long, and yeah.
The reason I don't
miss
have
it.
anything from A Bug's Land on here is because my favorite from A Bug's Land still exists. I liked Flick's Flyers, and that's now Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind.
Yeah. I was thinking about it's tough to be a bug.
I thought about it. But
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
I'm okay too.
Although it does kind of get an honorable mention. My number 3, I just put the Magic Eye Theater.
Yeah.
The Magic Eye Theater, for those of you who don't know, is now called the Tomorrowland Theater. It is the one like right in front of Space Mountain. The very first time I do remember when I was little going and seeing Captain EO. My problem was that I was so young, and for kids, there's a reason they don't like the 3D shows because they're so loud.
Yeah, I was scared of Captain EO, but I liked it.
I was scared because it was just so loud. I didn't understand why it was so loud, so I didn't enjoy it. But then
Angela Houston, Angelica Houston coming at you.
No, that wasn't why. It was just because it was loud. I didn't have a problem with any of the visuals. It was very, very loud.
Yes.
And even now, if you look at kids in certain shows like this, they all think it's too loud. And so that was the only reason. So I never really enjoyed it, but I do remember going on Captain EO. But then my biggest memories are when it became Honey, I Shrunk the Audience.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that show.
I did too.
I thought it was a lot of fun. And so I was sad when they replaced... I was sad when they closed it, but I was happy when then they reopened Captain EO, and then I got to enjoy Captain EO. But then it's just been
It's been
really
sitting there
used.
for like 10 years.
And even though now they're using it for that Pixar thing,
Yeah,
it's
at
still
least
not
it's something.
But it's not the Magic Eye Theater because it's not 3D.
No.
It's just we're showing shorts.
And I always will remember for Captain EO especially that it bounces. And it was slightly off. It would like the beat would be going. And you're like, okay, this is almost off.
So kind of like honorable mention for me for It's Tough to Be a Bug on that one because I'm like, yeah, I do miss those sorts of films. I think they can be a lot of fun. There's a reason I really like Mickey's PhilharMagic. It's just I feel like Tomorrowland needs more things in it still.
Oh yeah.
And so it's sad to see so
It's
many
a
things
lot
that have
of
been
wasted
closed
space.
and not replaced. Like the Starcade has been closed, the Magic Eye Theater has been closed. They closed everything in Innoventions, and now we enjoyed Starview Station, but it's not a worthwhile use of that building.
And it's not for everyone. If you're not DVC.
Yeah. So it's just another thing where I'm like, it's so simple and really it's a lot of fun and can hold a lot of people and bring a lot of people in. I don't know why they don't do more of it.
Very strange.
My number 3 is anything in the Magic Eye Theater.
Hey, at least there's going to be something and not just it's sitting there.
Yeah.
Number 2 for me is the Skyway. I think I only did it once. I was not scared of heights, but it goes so high that I was a little terrified. I like the one because we live in Utah, and there's the one at Lagoon that even goes way higher.
No. No.
I like being able to look over things. Did you ever do the Skyway ever?
Yes. Multiple times.
I'm surprised.
I hated every second of it. There's a reason if you notice the Skyway's not on my list.
Because
I rejoiced when they took it out.
You're like, go away.
I've never missed it. I do not like the Skyway at Lagoon. I hate all Skyways. I think they can all burn.
Tell us how you really feel. I thought it was cool that it used to go through the Matterhorn.
I hated that part. That's
my
my
gosh.
least favorite part. I thought I was going to fall into the middle of it and die.
You probably will.
That's why I didn't like it. I hated every second. My parents took me on it a couple of times, and every time I was like, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this.
Okay, whatever.
So
it was a very long time ago for me, so I don't remember a ton of it, but I thought it was fun.
nope, I remember a lot of it because it traumatized me.
It's all in your nightmares still.
Yes, it is. I put my number 2. I put it on here because apparently now it is like of the past.
To spin.
The Roger Rabbit cartoon that spin that was, because now you can't spin freely, and I'm like, why did you do this? Why did you take out the one really, really cool feature of this ride? So even though it's not really gone, it's
the way you remember and love it is gone.
because I'm like, I'd only see the point in this now.
Yeah,
like,
now it's
why
just
even have this?
Roger Rabbit walkthrough attraction.
Basically. So I'm like, whoopee. I'm so glad that you guys did that. That makes a lot of sense.
I mean, it will make me less motion sick now.
Will it?
Maybe. We'll see.
You were always fine.
Yeah, but you go very fast.
Yes. Because it's called fun. Uh-huh. Anyway, so that's why I know technically it's still there, but when they do things like this to the rides, I'm like, this was pointless. You didn't need to do this.
Maybe they'll change it back at some point. Who knows?
Dear Disney, change it back.
Our number one is the same.
We have
Can
the same
anyone
number one.
out there guess what it is? Yes, it's Mr. Lincoln.
Yes,
Only
because
all the
that's
time.
gone.
No, it's Tower of Terror. Sorry, not
100%.
sorry. They butchered it by turning a hotel into a supposed spaceship that still looks like a hotel. I love Tower of Terror. I love the creepiness of it. I love the theming. Thankfully, it's still in Florida, and that is my OG. It's slightly longer in Florida, and at least we still have it there. I hope they keep it there. I don't think they'll turn it into anything like Guardians.
No, they won't. I don't think they're planning on getting. I don't know why everyone acts like, oh, they're going to get rid of it. I don't think they are, because I don't think there's anything that they could really do to it.
Right. My only worry is that they're still paying rights to.
At
whoever.
worst, they'll make it more like the one in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Which is still.
It's still fun.
A better story.
Yeah.
So let me preface it with, and we've settled this before, but it's just because
Guardians
it's so true.
is fun.
Guardians is fun, and I feel like I probably would have been so much more Team Guardians Mission Breakout had they actually taken the time and budget to basically tear the building down and rebuild it, so that it wasn't, let's see what we can do with paint.
Yeah, paint
to
and
make it
overlay.
not look like a hotel, because I still look at it, I'm like, it still looks like a hotel.
Not only paint, also Target Christmas lights.
Yes. It's so bad. And if you're like, no, it's great. Okay, tell me when the story stops making sense. You're there at the Collector's Fortress to see his newest collection, members of his collection, the Guardians of the Galaxy. Your tour starts in his private office. For some reason, you go through a secret back entrance out of the collector's office, which is like, fine, into the boiler room, because that's where all VIP tours start.
It's not a boiler room.
It's in the boiler
It's where
room.
all the food and guts and Harold is for some reason.
Why is your VIP tour starting where they just store all the
guts?
crap?
I don't
They
know.
don't have guts. But why is that where it's starting?
I don't
And then
know.
you get onto this really old gantry lift, and like, why is your VIP tour
on a gross lift
starting this way? Like, it doesn't make any thematic sense. This is why we say our favorite version is when at Halloween time, when they do Monsters After Dark, because that thematically makes sense to, like, there's nothing about it that doesn't make thematic sense, because at that point, the monsters have already escaped. Rocket just needs you to get into the nearest lift, doesn't matter where, and help him distract the monsters so he can get Groot out.
It would have made more sense
and
had
that
they...
makes so much more thematic sense, because it doesn't matter where you got on the lift.
Yeah, if they would have just had even a few seconds extra with the collector saying, like, you're going to go this way, and then Rocket says, oh, we're going to sneak you in the back way, that would make more sense on the regular attraction. But no, we go on a VIP tour.
Because they still say, because you still get the safety spiel is supposed to be like the official spiel, and then at the beginning of the ride, my friends, this is the moment you've been waiting for. And because, the collector is supposed to be on the guided tour still in that lift. I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
No.
If they had taken the time to actually tear down the building and rebuild it the way that they wanted to, they could have made it make thematic sense.
Or even just not have the emergency stairs on the side of a hotel, or like, there's just so many things they could have even structurally done.
It also bothers me a little
better.
bit that as you exit, it worked with the Tower of Terror because it looked kind of like the back rooms of a hotel.
Yeah.
But then now I think they were thinking, like the employee areas of a building. But I'm like, well, then how come the Collector's Fortress, the audience areas are dirty and not 100% clean and like organized, but the backroom areas look like the office building across the street?
Because that's what it is. It's
So
it's a flying office building.
these are my qualms. and why I just don't like it as much. And there's just so much I like better about the Tower of
They
Terror.
don't show the fortress in the movie, do they?
If you look in Thor Ragnarok,
Since they already
in
knew
the
what it was.
background of the planet that Jeff Goldblum's character is on and where the Hulk is, you can see what's clearly
Tower of
supposed to
Terror.
be the Collector's Fortress. They tried to
So it's
make
kind of retro. Well, that
they're
was
trying
after
to say
they
like
made
it
the ride.
fits with this.
Oh, okay. Because the Collector was in.
It's in the background. You have to know what you're looking at.
The Collector was in Guardians.
Yeah, he was in the first
right?
one.
Yeah.
And he's in Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah. Yeah. They could have just, even with a small budget, even with short time, they could have done better, I
Yes.
think. But it is a fun ride. So
Welcome. Thank you for coming to our TED Talk about why the Tower of Terror is better.
we are now
and
off
I know
of our pedestal.
that there are so many of you that disagree. And there's actually some people that actually reached out, which it was actually on my mind a little bit because there was someone who reached out like, you should do rides that we miss because they were saying how much they don't like Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And I'm like, sorry, not sorry. We actually loved Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
I was thinking about Splash. I do love it. It was great. But Tiana's is so good.
I feel like it could have been on there if it weren't for the fact that but I really like Tiana's.
I love the cute little creatures, and yeah, it's just so good. If I didn't get completely
It's just like a
drenched every
party.
time, it's a cute party.
Oh, we're putting our friends in front of us on that ride.
Yes, they will take.
If you listen to this before we go on it, guys,
bring ponchos,
bring ponchos because we're gonna force you to get wet.
and galoshes, and
No, not galoshes, just ponchos.
well, it's mostly the water.
You're the
that's
only one that
goes
cares.
inside. I hate having my
Anyway.
feet wet.
So that's our episode for this week.
Yep.
As you might have guessed, next week we should be doing a trip recap. We are going to be getting it back very late again.
Yep.
So it's going to be very fresh in our minds. Be a lot of fun. If you guys haven't already done so, book your trips. There's actually a lot of, I was looking through Getaway Today's promotions right now. They're still doing the adults at kids prices. You can get like a 4th night free at certain hotels. Also kids getting in for really, really cheap rates on select days.
Nice.
So use the link in the description to book those special deals. Again, it doesn't cost you anything more, but it is a way to benefit us.
And make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
Especially so you can see more of what's going on our trip,
Yes.
including Pride Night. Very excited.
And that seems to be the only time we post. We need to do more.
I know. And then I think I have plans in my head and they're not good. So make sure you also subscribe to get new episodes of the podcast as they drop. And then we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.